left onto Good Latimer toward downtown.
I don't ever wanna be your girlfriend at the time.
Exit left.
I don't ever wanna be the girl you left behind. Don't wanna be the one that got away. Don't let me be another mistake. I don't ever wanna be your girlfriend at the time. Never wanna be your
What is up? I am back. I know you thought I was dead, but I'm not. I'm here. Okay, we all know why you are here. You're here for the review of the new Nike Pegasus 35. Like, all aboard the hype train. Woo woo. It's alright. I'm on it. It's fine. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I just want you guys to know that, I just want to say thank you very much to Nike for letting me go to your event in Dallas, to your Peg City 35 event. It was very fun and I learned a lot and I met great people. It's pretty much the time of my life. So thank you so much for that. All the thank yous. So I will get into everything that Nike taught me while I was out there checking out their new shoe, because it's actually a pretty awesome shoe. So the new update has a ton of things that make it a fast, lightweight, just a great shoe in comparison. It's something that, like, say you like, I don't know, something very fast, very responsive, and you're just the Flash when it comes to running. This is going to be your best friend. So one of the cool things is they changed up the silhouette a little bit. It has this little dip in the heel, and I will say the new model feels like it has somewhat of a rocker effect. So it almost like propels you. So once you start to go, in my situation, fast, it just feels like you're just like getting an extra pep to your step. So it has this little beveled heel so that it doesn't strain your Achilles and it doesn't cause blisters. With this new model, there's only 4 eyelets instead of 5, so that there's more room in the toe box. There's double layered mesh for breathability. There is a lateral crash wall for durability as well. They have changed out the little doodads right in here so that they're smaller. You don't feel them when you press onto the shoe with more impact. And the zoom pocket actually now goes all throughout the shoe, and it's right underneath the sock liner. Kind of how Saucony does their Ever Run, right underneath their sock liner as well. That's a good comparison. If you have had a pair of Saucony shoes, that is what it is in comparison to, in my opinion. So it also has the, let's undo it so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so the tongue is now connected, so it's not going to be moving around all over the place, which is very convenient, a very good thing. And it has reflectives, so if you're running at night, you won't get run over. Who doesn't love that, right? So it's also supposed to be inspired by the Nike 4%. So if for whatever reason you're just a normal human being like me and everyone else in the world and just didn't get your hands on the 4%, well, here you go. Have this Nike Pegasus. No, it actually is very good. And another really cool thing that I found out at the event is that the shoe was made, so they made a women's specific shoe and then a men's specific shoe, because women have more sensitive feet, so they tailored to a woman's foot for the women's specific one. I really appreciate that, because holla for $1, I am a girl and I'm all about that girl power. What else can I tell you about this bad boy? This is actually the most tested Nike shoe. So they made 27 models before they actually came out with the Nike Pegasus 35. So that's like this this model, it took a lot of trial and error to get it to this point, which it is a great shoe. It really is. I will say I'm not the fastest of people, so when I started to slow down, since I obviously took this shoe out on a long run, a short run, a tempo run, all these things, I wanted to see what is this shoe and do I love it, because I've been so MIA that I better give a darn good review. So on my long runs, I did experience the feeling of starting to fight back against the shoe because of the fact that I was not being fast enough. This guy was like, stop being such a slow poke. You are slowing down and I'm ready to keep going, because it does have that bounce-like effect. So it did not let me slow down. I was very tired when I got home because of this guy. But when I took it out on a shorter tempo run, it was just like, I felt like I was flying. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm going so fast. And then I took it to the gym and I did a treadmill speed workout in it. Also, same thing, felt super good. Went to the track, did a track workout in it, felt the best. And so I realized that this is the kind of shoe I'm only going to pull out when I'm being Speedy Gonzalez Jimena, or when I am feeling like I just had the best meal the day before and I just am on top of my game and I'm ready to go as fast as the world can take me, but I did really love it. So anyone who's faster, anyone who's looking for a good tempo shoe, anyone who's looking for a good track shoe that's not a spike, anyone who does a lot of HIIT workouts at the gym, on the treadmill, this is going to be your best friend. It feels super bouncy. It feels super responsive, and like I said, it has a little bit of that metatarsal rocker-like feel. So if you've tried out the Zoom Fly, or if you've, for whatever reason, tried out the Nike 4%, then it's gonna feel like that. If you were maybe eyeing the Nike React for whatever reason and you just were not down to throw down that 150, this guy comes in at the 120 price point. Sorry, it used to be 110 and then they bumped it up to 120 because they added a lot more features to it. So now it's going to be in competition with all those 120 price points. So that's really good. And it's a light shoe. So along with what I was talking about, how they changed up the design in the bottom for a little bit, there's this little guidance line cutout, and this cutout is actually, they cut out the foam because you don't actually need it in that spot, so it took out extra weight. So for men, I believe it's weighing in at 10.7 ounces, and for women at 7 point something ounces. Is that what it was? Oh wait, no, just kidding, I lied. Take that back. So for men, it's weighing in at 9.4 ounces in a size 9, and for women it's weighing at 7 point something ounces at a size 7. So it's around that 7 ounce area for women. But yes, it is very lightweight. The only thing I will say is that if your foot is a little bit more on the rounded side, if it's not the thinnest of feet, I did notice that my poor little Sasquatch feet were getting a little bit tight in here. It was not a wide enough fit for me, even though they did take off one of the little loopy doodads. There used to be 5, now there's 4. They took one out to make more room for your toes, but my foot is, let's see if it, that's weird. There's a spirit in my room. Just kidding, oh my goodness. No, there's not, I hope there's not. Okay, so they changed that up, but my foot was still a little too wide for it, even though I got a size 7 instead of a size 6.5, because I thought that it was going to run short just like all the other Pegasus do. It doesn't run short. Get the true size that you normally get in your running shoe, but it does run narrow. So if your foot isn't the most narrow, then this guy may be a little bothersome for you, just like it was for me. But that's my own personal problem. And going up to the size 7 did make it a little bit better, and when I do shorter runs, my feet don't swell as much, so I was fine. So it's more of like on the long runs that it was a little bit abrasive and bothersome, but it was fine. It was all good. But yeah, that's really, I honestly really really love the update on the shoe. I love that it's inspired by the 4%, and I love that you can actually compare it to these higher price point Nike shoes, and it's not at that same price point. So they made a shoe that's very consumer friendly, and it's for the people who are just looking for a great shoe but not trying to ball out for a running shoe. So I really love them. I really love the look of them. I really love the feel of them. I love how fast it wants to make me go. My body doesn't want to agree with it, but I mean, I like it. I like the idea of it. But yes, 10 out of 10 would recommend, especially if you have a narrow foot, especially if you tend to go faster paces for longer distances, or if you're just looking for a fast shoe for those tempo runs or anything like that. This is going to be a very, very good shoe. Thank you, Nike. You did a very good job. This was thebomb.com. So if you all have any other questions or have any sort of feedback or what your personal opinions are, if you've tried it out, if you haven't tried it out, if you want to try it out, just let me know what you think about this bad boy. I don't know if I told you guys also, it's a 10mm drop shoe, if you care about that. So anyways, leave me any comments down below and I will respond to you, because I actually really like talking to people on here. And yeah, so I will see you guys sooner rather than later, I promise. Bye.